Hey. Hey y'all, it's Ayanna. Welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to share this video to your friends, your neighbors, your cousins, your co-workers. Cause y'all, we are on the road to 200 subscribers. I had to remember for a second because I have recorded a video previously to this, but I didn't like the way that it came out. So at that time, it was at like 90 subscribers. So I appreciate y'all. So with that being said, like I said, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we're going to jump right in. So y'all, based on the title, this is a story time about my girls trip horror story, because we all have one, don't we? Those are like my favorite story times to watch on YouTube, low key. But y'all, this is gonna have a lot of moving parts. Like y'all, literally, I had to write my notes down for this one because you know, you go on a trip, you got to remember like what happened each day. I had to go back through my archives to remember exactly like what happened on each day. So y'all, let's get into it. Y'all already know, background, gotta set the scene for y'all. So I'm trying to think if I mentioned her in one of my stories, but we'll see. So y'all, this story takes place back in like 2018, 2019, somewhere around there. And it was like around October. My birthday, as I've told y'all before, my birthday is in January. So I don't know about y'all, but by the time the first birthday is over, I'm already planning for the next one. So I had already knew that I wanted to go somewhere and do something. So me and my sister, she's not really my blood sister, but she's my nephew's mom. So my brother and her had my nephew. So me and her have been close since I was like maybe 15, 16. I'm 28 now. So she and I were talking just one day, and she lives out west. Keep that in mind. She lives all the way out west, and my brother lives out there, and obviously we don't see each other that often. So she's like, I know you said you want to do something for your birthday. I'm gonna have some bread set aside. What you want to do? Like, let me know. So I'm like, well, I want to go somewhere, y'all. I always want to go somewhere tropical for my birthday. I don't know. Comment down below. Winter babies, do y'all like going somewhere warm and sunny and sandy and beachy for your birthday? Or do y'all like doing like winter activities? If you like doing the winter activities, you weird. So I always have to go somewhere warm, y'all. So this particular time, we standing here trying to come up with ideas. So I'm like, Houston, LA, Arizona, Florida, Puerto Rico. We just named it certain places. And I believe essentially she was like, "Ooh, we could do LA because I love LA." This story that I'm telling, this is my first trip to LA, not the he flew me out story time. This is my actual first time to LA. So she was like, "Yeah, we could do LA because I think the flight for her was only going to be like 4 hours away, and for me, obviously, I'm flying across the country." So she was like, "Yeah, let's do LA." So y'all, we started looking, we started planning. Obviously, I don't know nothing about California at this point. I don't know nothing about the areas. I knew for sure that I wanted to stay on a beach. I ain't know nothing else. I ain't care about nothing else. I wanted to stay by a beach because who goes to California and not want to go to the beach? The beaches on the East Coast are terrible. I would never, ever again. That's the story time. I'm sitting here as I'm talking. I just came up with another story as to why I don't go to New Jersey beaches no more. But yeah, so I was like, I want to stay on the beach. So we started looking into, different beaches, different areas and everything. And we essentially decided on Manhattan Beach. Manhattan Beach, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, was about like a cool 35-ish. I really want to say it was like maybe 35-ish from like downtown LA, Hollywood area, whatever. So I was like, well, that was fine. I don't know why we thought that was fine at the time, but I guess, yeah. But that's what we decided on. So she's like, okay, we pricing, the stuff and everything. And I'm like, y'all know how it go, y'all. And I think I was turning like maybe 22 for this birthday. Yeah, I think I was like maybe turning 22, 23 for this birthday. So I was like, I don't want to go just with us two, because y'all already know the more the merrier. The more people it is, the less you got to split with other people, I mean, the less you got to split amongst lesser people. If you invite somebody else, y'all can split it 3 ways opposed to 2, opposed to 1, opposed to, y'all get what I'm saying. So she's like, well, yeah, who do you want to invite? Like, you can invite somebody. I'm not going to invite nobody. It's your trip. It's your birthday. You're going to know the person. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm going down my list of friends. So y'all, at this time, I'm asking some of my friends, and I don't know, tell me if y'all can relate. with a winter birthday. Oh, you know, Yana, I'm saving up for Christmas. Oh, you know, I got plans for New Year's. Oh, you know, my birthday is the same day every year. If they wanted to, they would. I got some friends that show off for my birthday. I got some friends that don't. But anyway, at this time, everybody always had an excuse. So I essentially, because I think that's my word, y'all, essentially. So I decided to ask this girl, and what we gonna name her? We're gonna name her Clingy. We're gonna name her Clingy. It is what it is. So so Clingy and y'all remember my last story time when I was talking about the girl was being two-faced? And remember I said the girl, one of my friends, was with us, and I didn't give her a name because she wasn't like that important to the story. She was that background friend in that story time. So this story time, she was the one that I ended up going on a trip with. So yeah, I asked Clingy, and I'm like, oh, hey girl, you know, you wanna, you know, it's gonna be my birthday, you know, y'all. Side note, me and Clingy at this point, we have only been friends again for 6 months, right? Me and her had a falling out when we were in school, when I was in school with Star and Blondie and Tina and all them. When I was in school, me and her had a fallout. That's going to be a story time to come. But I feel like there's something in my eye. I be getting those little cold things. And another thing, y'all, if you're new here, I have a piercing, right? So it's not a booger, I promise. I got my nose pierced a few months ago, but it's taking a lot longer to heal, so I can't take it out. And yeah, so if you see it popping out, it's not a booger. But yeah, so I'm like, lost my train of thought because somebody had said that, and that made me a little self-conscious. But anyway, y'all, yeah, so Clingy and I had just started talking again because we had a falling out, and like I said, that's going to be a story time for a later time. But we had just, after that fallout, I want to say that was like a year and a half that we weren't speaking, and now we were talking again. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna just invite her. She was working, we were in communication, so why not? So I tell her, she's like, okay, yeah, you know, I'm down. What's the dates? So I tell her the dates. I put her and my sister, I didn't even name her. Does my sister need a name? I don't think she need a name. I ain't gonna name her. She's gonna be my sister because it's just them two in the story time, and I be tired of messing up names, y'all. I don't be having time, and I'm just a little late as I'm recording this video anyway. So yeah, so I put her and my sister in a group chat. So y'all, it's like October, November at this point. We talking, we setting things up. So I found a hotel in, like I said, Manhattan Beach. It was maybe like a 7-minute walk to the beach, and it had a grocery store like across the street. It had like some restaurants, and like I said, it was about 30-45 minutes away from like downtown LA. So we decided on that, and I think it came out to like maybe 200 or so a person. We were gonna be staying for like 4 days, 4 nights, 5 nights, 4 days, whatever. And cool, had that. We didn't have to pay for it until like a week before, like half of it, and then we didn't have to pay the rest until like we actually checked in, which was fine. You know, we all looked up our own individual tickets. Me and Clingy were gonna fly out together. At this time, I was living in PA, she was living in Jersey, but she was gonna leave Jersey, you know, early morning, come to my house, and then my dad was gonna take us to the airport to go to LA. So got the flights out the way. We decide on, you know, the hotel. The hotel was supposed to be like a full king, well, was it a king suite? So you had like the pull-out couch. We had like the full refrigerator, little stove top, little countertop dining section, one full like bedroom, and then we had like I think it was like a handicap room because I wanted more space. Pro tip: when you book your rooms, book handicap rooms because they give you a little bit more leeway. So yeah, we had like a roll-in shower and stuff. It was a nice room. So I'm like, okay, cool. Now we start deciding on a car because y'all know how that go. Y'all, I wanted to get a car, and I think my sister wanted to get a car too because she was like, yeah. Clinky's like, oh no, we don't need to get a car, y'all. Like, you know, LA traffic, gas, it's gonna be crazy. Like, we don't need a car, we could just Uber. And then y'all, I think I was just young and dumb because when you really sit here and you think about it, when we was pricing cars, y'all, it was only going to be like $120 a person. If we got the Uber, which we ended up getting the freaking Uber, it didn't make sense, y'all, because it was like my sister would get a trip somewhere, I would get a trip, and then Clingy was supposed to be getting a trip. We'll get to that. And yeah, so we was going to end up spending more than $120 a piece, which we did, which was such a waste, but it is what it is. She was like, no, we don't need to get that. So we allow her to talk us into not getting a car. So we don't get a car. Fast forward, we leading up to the trip. So like I said, she came up, nothing, you know, extravagant happening there. She came up, she met me at my job. I was working, where was I working at? I think I was working like overnight at Walmart or something. And you know, like that late shift where you get off at like 7. I think I left at like 5 and our flight was leaving at maybe like 9 in the morning or something. So we, he takes us to the airport. Boom, we on our way to LA. Now, we talking out this whole time, y'all. They're getting to know each other in the group chat. It's vibes, you know, like, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. Like, I wanna go here, I wanna blah blah blah. We making plans. We get out there. My sister landed, I wanna say, an hour or so before we did. So, you know, she met us at baggage claim. I have not seen her, like I said, y'all. At this point, I don't think I see my sister maybe for like 3 years. 3 years. So, you know, naturally, it's my birthday. I'm excited. I haven't seen her. We lit. Like, it's our first time here. Like, we about to have fun. So, I see her. We running up to each other. Oh, my God, I haven't seen you. Oh, my God, I miss you. Right? And, you know, separate from her. And Clingy is just standing there like she was just a complete stranger. And I get it, you haven't met her. But, yo, we've been talking in this group chat damn near every day for, like, the last 2 months. Come on. So I was like, okay, you know, sister, this is Clingy. Clingy, this is sister. My sister's like, hey, you know, nice to finally meet you. We're going to have fun. She was like, yeah, you know, whatever. So I'm looking, but I'm like, not in the mood. Hang up on you. Not in the mood. Hang up on you. Not in the mood. Because I already knew how her attitude was, y'all. And the reason, like I said, it's going to be a story time later. But the reason me and her wasn't friends, like the reason we fell out and we've only been talking at this point for 6 months was because of her being clingy. And I feel like her needing to me to be her only friend. And the type of person that I am, y'all, I have different friend groups. I have different friends I've met at different points of my life. And she wanted me to be like her friend. And I'm not like that to anybody. I'm not. So we had already had a falling out. So when she did that, she had made that little weird gesture. I ain't think nothing of it. I was like, whatever. My sister didn't seem like she cared too much. So she was just like, okay, well, moving on. We, you know, my sister gets the Uber to the hotel. Like I said, the hotel maybe was about 30 minutes, probably like the same amount, because downtown LA and LAX is not super far from each other anyway. So it's probably like around the same distance. So we get out to the hotel, we go inside, we, you know, check in or whatever, everything under my name. So we check in and we go to our room. Y'all, we get to the room is not the room it's supposed to be. So I was already irritated. So we walk in. Remember I told y'all what the room is supposed to look like. Yeah, I know I'm gonna put a video in here when we get to us actually checking into that room. But we walk into this room, y'all. It's like you go into the room and right to like the left is a couch, a little small couch. It was still a pull-out couch, but it was just the couch right here. Right, and you know how like they have like the little small window pane divider thing? Right on the other side was like a queen bed, this much floor space. And then I still at the door to the right was like a little counter and a little like small refrigerator. It was very tight. And then like you had a TV that you had to like turn each way so each person can view if you in the bed or on the couch. And then you had the bathroom right there. It was very tight. It was no way 3 of us was going to be staying in here for a week. And this is not what I booked. So immediately I'm like, oh nah, because we had plans. We wanted to go get food. We wanted to go to the grocery store. Like I said, it was across the street, get our snacks and everything for the next few days, whatever. So I got an attitude. So, what's her face? Clingy stayed in the room. She was like, I'm gonna call my boyfriend or whatever. You and, you know, your sister can go down and figure that out. So, cool. Me and my sister, we go back down to the front desk. The guy, he was very nice. He was very cool. And he was like, oh, what's wrong? Like, what happened? How can I help? I'm like, that's not what I booked. And he was like, oh, well, it says you booked it says I booked a what? He was like, a queen suite. I said, no, I booked a king suite. And that's not a suite. That's a room. A suite is a separate room. I stayed at enough hotels over the years to know what a suite is. So he was like, okay, well, I apologize. I'm so sorry. Blah, blah, blah. He was like, you know, it is going to be, he was like, well, what you booked and whatever happened in the system or whatever, it didn't really charge you for the room that you wanted. But we can get you into that room tomorrow. But it is going to be an upcharge of like, I think it was like $30 a person, like between the 3 of us. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So he was like, all right. Now, me and my sister, we go back to the room. We grab Clingy. We explain it to her, everything that's going on. She's like, okay, cool. we go to, I believe we went to Chili's, like across the street, because it was like Ralph's, their grocery store, and you had Chili's right here. We go to Chili's, you know, nothing too crazy. And before y'all get to the, oh, you could have ate something else. Oh, why do y'all go out of town and y'all be eating? Because it's the first night, we unwinding, and it's what's available. Like, we tired. So we go to Chili's, and boom, 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 everything's fine. So we talking about, like, what we want to do, you know, for the rest of the week, y'all. So they're asking me, like, well, what do you want to do? So I'm like, I want to go to the Hollywood sign. I want to go out to some clubs. I want to get a tattoo. I want to go downtown LA. I want to go to Hollywood. Like, I just had so much I wanted to do, which is why I don't understand why we didn't get a car. Because, y'all, when you think about it, you literally have to take an Uber to every place, especially if you want to go to multiple places in a day. That's multiple Ubers in a day. It was so ridiculous. I don't know. And we all could drive, all had licenses. My sister was old enough to get the rental car, because my sister's like maybe 6-7 years or so older than me. So if I was like turning 22 at the time, obviously you can't. How old you gotta be to rental car, y'all? I don't even know now. 25? I think you gotta be like 25 to get a rental car. Either way, me and Clingy, we like the same age, and my sister was older, so she could have got it. We all could drive. I just don't know why we didn't do it, but it is what it is. So, boom, they asked me what I want to do, so we talking. We like, okay, well, tomorrow, let's get up, and we're gonna go to, where do we go, y'all? Now I gotta look at my little notes, y'all, because I definitely forgot. Okay, yeah, we was gonna go to the beach, and Clingy at this time, she was smoking. I wasn't smoking because I had a real bad episode, and at that point I wasn't smoking. I didn't smoke, y'all, for like 3 years at this point, so I wasn't in my smoking bag. So yeah, Clingy was like, she wanted to go to the dispensary. I wanted to go to down to the beach where we had did we go to that beach? I don't even think we went to that beach. I think we went to Hermosa Beach, because I have my notes, y'all. I went back through my archives and like panned everything out, so I wasn't like super confused. But yeah, so we decided we was gonna go to Hermosa Beach, and she wanted to go to the dispensary, and we were just gonna get food and like pretty much chill that day. So we go to Ralph's, we go to the grocery store, we get our little snacks, boom, we walk back to the hotel, we stay in a little room, and you know, we was watching, what was we watching? Growing Up Hip Hop or whatever, with Romeo or Bow Wow, whichever one of them was in it. So yeah, we do that. And then next morning, as we were coming back in from the grocery store, the guy at the front desk was like, yeah, you know, I'm going to have to make sure the room is available early for y'all, so it's not like super late. Because, you know, check-in obviously is at 3. And I'm like, I don't want us to have our stuff here, and then we got to stick around all day to be able to move over to the other room. He was like, no, it's going to be ready in the morning, blah, blah, blah. You know, just make sure you guys are up, ready to go. I'm like, okay, cool. Y'all, we get to the bed, whatever. Me and my sister, we slept in the bed, and Clingy slept on a pull-out couch. Boom. We get up, y'all. I had my alarm set. So, yeah, anyway. Next morning, y'all, I had my alarm set because I wanted to get out that room. I wanted to get into the room we were supposed to be in and get my trip started for real. So, we wake up the next morning, y'all. I get up. I'm nudging sister awake, and I'm like, girl, come on. Like, let's get up. Y'all, we knew we wasn't staying in this room. So I didn't even unpack for real. Like, I had opened up my bag just a little bit to take out something so I could take a shower that night, and I put on like some shorts and a t-shirt, and I had some slides. Everything else was still in my suitcase. I had like separated my little dirty clothes that I wore, you know, to get there, but I wasn't taking out all my stuff. I took out just the essentials, and I was going to really unpack when we got to the other room. Same thing as my sister did. So we wake up. While I look over, she's like, you ready to go? I'm like, yeah. I look over. Clingy's knocked out. Okay. Y'all, why is her stuff all over the floor? And like I said, it wasn't that much space. It was like literally you hop out the bed. It was like this much floor space, and then the pull-out couch, and then the door. Like, you literally couldn't even open the door with the pull-out couch being open. So I'm like, why is her stuff all over the place? So I don't necessarily want to say, y'all, I get irritated quick, but certain unnecessary things definitely irritates me quick. Because common sense. He literally, you heard him say when we came back in, like, yeah, you know, try to be up, because I'm going to have it ready for y'all. Alarm was going off. I was ready to go. So I'm waking her up. I'm like, go, get up. So, you know, clean up your stuff because we're going to check into the other room. And she was like, Okay. I was like, well, we're going to go downstairs. I was like, it's probably going to be a couple of minutes or whatever. I'll let you know when we're on our way back up or whatever, because he told us he was going to have the... No, he didn't say this until we got back downstairs. So I was like, we're just going to call you when we coming back up. And she was like, okay, whatever. Me and my sister leave. So we walking downstairs. My sister's looking at me, and she's just like, and I'm like, What sister? And she's like, I ain't feeling her vibe. Like, it's something off about her vibe. Like, I don't know. And I was just like, I don't know. And then she was like, mind you, my sister knew about everything that happened when me and Clingy fell out in school. So she was like, she still be on that? Like, I thought y'all was cool the last few months. I was like, we are. Maybe it's just like a change of scenery. Maybe she's jet lagged. You know, that's my friend. So I'm trying to make excuses for her because we still have to begin the trip, y'all. I don't want me beefing. I don't want them beefing. Like, come on, let's just get through the trip, y'all. So she not thinking nothing of it. And like I said, my sister's older, so she's trying to be like the rhyme or reason person, just like, okay, like, I'm just letting you know my observation, but she is moving a little weird. So I'm like, yeah, don't pay her no mind, she'll be all right. We get downstairs, the guy, it wasn't him, but it was somebody else, and they had left the notes or whatever. So they're like, yeah, your room is ready. We're gonna have, you know, two bellhops or whatever come upstairs to help y'all get y'all bags, and then they're gonna transfer them over to the other room. So we like, okay, bet. So I'm calling Clingy. She's not answering the phone. Calling Clingy, she's not answering the phone. So I'm like, okay. Now, y'all, the way the hotel was, and I wish I remembered the name of it. I'm writing all these notes down. I don't remember the name of the hotel. But you know how, like, hotels, when I say led from outside, I don't mean like those little rinky-dink Motel 6s or stuff where the door is like outside. I mean, like, it was like villa style where it was like enclosed, but you still open the door, but it's outside. But it has like a pond. It had like little leaves and stuff, and you can see the rooms go all the way up. I think, what hotels is like that? The Embassy Suites, I think that's what they're called. I don't know. I think that's what they're called, y'all. But yeah, nice hotel. So we walk back up to the room. We got the key. We open the door. Bro, she's still in the bed. Like, why are you still in the bed? Why are you playing? And he's like, oh, okay. She gets up and she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Da da da. Yo, whatever. She's tired. Cool. Granted, not a big deal. He tells us what room it is, and I was like, you gonna be good? She was like, yeah, I'm gonna get my stuff. And I'm like, okay, I don't know why you unpacked all of it anyway, but all right. So me and sister, we had already had our stuff essentially packed up. So the two guys come in, they grab our bags and stuff, and we following them to the other room. And she was like, just text me the room number. I'm like, okay, cool. Text her the room number. We get to the room. I'm happy. I'm pleased. Now it's the room that it's supposed to be. So we get inside. She finally comes or whatever, and we walking around. We deciding like, okay, what y'all want to do today? So I had told them, like, we was like on our phones, we was making mimosas and stuff. We had got like champagne, and they had sold wine and like liquor and stuff at this at the grocery store. So we had got all of this stuff. We was making little mimosas and drinks and stuff in the morning, just scrolling on our phones, making videos, trying to figure out what we was going to do for the day. So I had told them, yeah, let's go to the beach. And like I said, what did we end up doing? We went to the beach, and she wanted to go to the dispensary. So we ended up leaving to go to the dispensary from the hotel first. So I think we got dressed, went downstairs, got breakfast for a little bit, came up, changed, and we was making our way to the dispensary. So she gets the Uber. I'm not asking her where the dispensary is because I guess I assumed that it was going to be like a Cookies or like an actual, like, I don't know. Y'all know what Cookies is, right? Like the actual regular little dispensaries. Y'all, we get in this Uber. It took us to like Gardenia, y'all. And I think that's what it was called. Comment down below if you from California. But I think it was Gardenia. And I think that was like next to Compton or something. But y'all, you know how like you driving, and you literally looking and you see the freaking, like when people say you live on the other side of the train tracks, you literally see the scenery completely change. And I was just like, where you got us at, girly? Like, where you got us at? And the Uber driver is even like, yeah, this is not a nice area. This is not a nice area. I'm like, yeah, I can tell. Every city, every state, everywhere got a hood. But it's a different one. It's not the hood that you're from. It's not a hood that you're familiar with. So we get there. Y'all, she pulls up and he pulls up into this lot. Y'all, it's like a liquor store. It's like bars and stuff on the window. It's niggas hanging outside. I'm like, now y'all, side note, my sister, she's from Utah. Like I said, they live out west. She's from Utah. She not used to none of this. Even when she came to visit us and my dad took her to New York, she was like completely a fish out of water. Like completely amazed. So us being there, she was like, where the hell are we? So I'm like, Clingy, you couldn't find no other dispensary? She's like, no, this one had decent prices, blah, 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 blah. I wasn't really looking at the area. Girl, it ain't nothing to look at a map and see how close Gardenia is from Compton, and it's about a 20-minute drive, 25-minute drive from where we was just at. So I'm like, okay. I was like, I'm not getting out the car. And she was like, no, one of y'all gotta get out the car with me. And the Uber driver's like, I'm not waiting for y'all. He's like, I'm not waiting for y'all. I'm like, well, you have to wait for us. He was like, no, I'm not waiting for y'all. So my sister was like, well, I'm gonna stay in the car with him so that way he don't leave. So he's like, y'all got like 5 minutes, literally. So we go inside, y'all. We go up. They got like the little peephole thing. The guy's like, shh, looking through the peephole, and he's like, what you need? And she was like, oh, I was just here to, you know, go to the dispensary. And he's like, okay. And I'm looking, there's people looking at us. I'm like, bro. Closes it back. You hear like he's unlocking all the locks on the door. Maybe they get robbed a lot. I don't know. Opens the door. We go inside. You got to go up these little steps. And then it's like, you know, the display cases and stuff. Y'all, this girl is in there like, what's this? What's that? Oh, okay. What does this one do? Oh, okay. What about? All right. So I'm just looking around like, girl, if you don't hurry up. So my sister calls me and she was like, come on, y'all, hurry up. And she was like, I just got in here. She was like, he could wait. It's not that serious. And she was like, if it's that big of a deal, we can just get another Uber. Like, it's not that deep. Girl, I'm not standing downstairs outside anywhere waiting for nothing. Like, hurry up so we can go. So she's like, she was like, since everybody wants to rush me. And I'm like,
she not talking to me. Like,
y'all, I be trying to keep the peace. I'm like I said, I think back then I was like a people pleaser. I am so not like that anymore. So it's like even running these stories back, I just be like, girl, huh? I was a different person, y'all. So she was just like, since everybody want to rush me, I wasn't saying nothing. So I'm like, girl, let's go. So essentially, y'all, she gets a eighth. Like, that's all she got. She didn't get nothing crazy. And she was like, well, I guess I'll just get this and whatever. He was trying to explain to her what it was. She was like, it doesn't even matter. You could just put it in a bag. Okay. You don't even know what the hell he gave you. But, because, whatever. So we finally get downstairs. We get back in the car. She got in the front. I got in the back with sister. Mind you, when we were going there, she was in the back with us. Now she sat in the front. So I'm like, okay, somebody got an attitude. But whatever. I don't care. So he's like, okay, where are we taking you? Like, where are we going now? So we're like, okay, we're going to go to, where do we go? I was like, yeah, we were going to Hermosa Beach. We was going to get some food and just chill out by the beach. So we get there, we taking pictures, and she's just quiet. Like, she's just moping, you know, whatever, like, to herself. And sister's like, are you okay? And she's like, I'm fine. She's like, it's not my birthday trip, so I'm fine. Didn't say nothing. I didn't even care. Brushed it off. Not in the mood. So, like I said, we get on the beach, y'all. We taking pictures, having a good time. We start talking about what we're going to do the next day. So, I told them, like, I want to go to a club or whatever. So, I think Clingy got on, like, Groupon or something. And she was looking up, like, you know, Eventbrite or something like that. But, yeah, y'all. So, she finds this thing called a club crawl on Groupon. And if y'all don't know what a club crawl is, it's like you pay a flat fee, and it's like a group of people. They host an event and you meet at one bar, and then y'all travel like by walking, because everything is in the same area, and y'all go to different bars, and at each bar you get like free shots, free drinks and stuff. You're there for like 20-30 minutes, and you don't have to go to the next one if you don't want to. You just fall off. If you're not ready when the group leaves, then you can just stay there or go home, whatever. I was like, oh yeah, let's do that. So it was like $35. We were gonna end up doing that on the next day, and I think the next day was like Saturday. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we get food, nothing's crazy. She really didn't sit there and say nothing like that for the rest of the night, sorta. And then she kind of warmed up. We was taking pictures and stuff, because like I said, y'all, people pleaser. But even though it is my birthday, I still want everybody to have a good time, because if your vibe is off, you just throw the vibe off completely, and then there's tension, and it's just like, for what? We just got here, and I don't even know where the tension is coming from. You just got an attitude about anything. So that's what we decided to do. Nothing else happens, like I said, really that night. And then we end up going back to the hotel. Now, y'all, next day, now let me make sure I'm on the right day. Yeah, this where shit go left. So, like I said, we get the tickets that morning, and we decide that we're going to do the club crawl. So, at this time, y'all, I was doing my makeup, but not like really crazy. Like, now, I don't do too much. I do like lip gloss, some lashes, and maybe a little highlighter or something. I used to a little more so beat my face. a little bit more back then. So, you know, Clingy liked the way I did my makeup. Even when I was like, when we were still in school together, she decently liked the way I did it. So, okay, cool. So she was like, oh, you gonna do my makeup? She was asking me this even before we got on the trip. You gonna do my makeup? You gonna do my makeup? And I told her, like, I would do your eye makeup and stuff. But outside of that, I'm not the type of person that really can sit there and do the whole makeup artist thing. I know enough to do a little 1-2 for myself, y'all. I don't know how to do everybody else, because if it don't come out right, now you mad at me like, oh, you trying to mess me up because yours came out good, and I don't have time for that, you know. And then on top of that, y'all, Clingy was light skinned. As y'all can tell, I'm a little caramel, whatever y'all want to call it. But either way, we and her wasn't the same complexion. So like the foundation, the certain stuff wouldn't work for her. So I told her like I could try. She was like, oh, whatever. If you don't want to do it, you could just say that. Okay. So she's like, well, she wants to go to the mall. And sister was like, okay, yeah, we could go to the mall, because she had some stuff that she wanted to add to like her outfit that we were going to wear that night. So I'm like, okay, bet, cool, we gonna go to the mall. And I'm gonna make sure that that's what else we did that day. So we got up, and we didn't go to the mall. I think we ended up getting up, we had breakfast downstairs. Y'all, side note, that breakfast was so good. I still think about that breakfast. I was just telling my sister the other day, like, you remember those waffles that we had at that hotel? Why don't I remember the name of the hotel? But anyway, y'all, they had these waffle makers that had the batter, nice thick batter, and you pour it in there, you make your own waffles, y'all. Those waffles were so good. They had like pumpkin spice and vanilla. I'm getting sidetracked, but y'all, do y'all like waffles, pancakes, waffles? You know, let me know. But yeah, so the breakfast was really good, and we left there. We walked down to the beach, and she was smoking on the beach. We were just having a good time, you know. Nothing too crazy. We really were just laying down, playing cards and stuff. And then we were like, okay, let's head to the mall, get our stuff done. And then we were gonna go to Ralph's again. And my sister was like, she'll cook like some shrimp Alfredo or whatever, something quick, just so we can have it before we go out to eat, and then have some when we come, you know, back in later on, so we're not like searching for food and stuff on a late night. So we're like, okay, cool. And like I said, y'all, she's older. She got kids. So a lot of the stuff she wants to do is like motherly and being nurturing, which you can't go wrong with when you out drinking and having fun. So we get the Uber from the, from the beach to the mall. And y'all, at this point, I really am going to be honest with y'all. My sister had got a Uber gift card on the way, like before we even got on this trip. Her gift card damn near was gone. She was basically trying to add money to the Uber. The only time that I remember at this point, y'all, now at this point we're on what? We're on Saturday now. The only Uber that Clingy has gotten, y'all, was to the dispensary, and from the dispensary back to the crib. Yeah, keep that in mind. But she didn't want to get a car. Okay. So anyway, we get to the mall, and she was like, yeah, well, I'm gonna go to Mac. Like, as soon as we get inside, she's like, I'm going to Mac. And we're like, okay. She was like, yeah, I want them to do my makeup. They're gonna do a full face so I can be cute for the club tonight. I'm like, okay, girl, do you. So she walks off. She's like, she just walked off. I guess she called her boyfriend or whatever, and she walked off with an attitude. So my sister's looking at me. She's like, where you want to go? I'm like, I don't know, where you want to go? She was like, let's go to Forever 21. I'm like, okay, bet. We in Forever 21. We find a little cute stuff or whatever. I want to say maybe like an hour done went by. You know, we talking, and she's just like, why is she acting weird? Like, what's her problem? Like, did you do something? And she's like, did I say something? I was like, I don't know what her issue is. Like, and then, you know, and then we start, you know, talking about everything that happened with me and her in the past. And then like my sister and I are comparing notes, and she was just like, she seemed like she's still on the same thing. Like, she's cool when it's just y'all, but when it's other people around that you're giving your attention to, y'all, it's like she just starts acting weird. Like, she just starts acting really strange. Like, I don't know. So she like an hour and a half or so goes by. At this point, it was like maybe 4, 5 o'clock, you know, in the evening, and we had to do the club crawl at like 11. We had to be there. Like I said, it was about a cool 40 minutes, maybe at night like that, and maybe would have even been, I think it was even like an hour damn near to get there. So it was like, we were gonna have to leave the hotel maybe like 10:15 to get there by 11. And it was already like 4 or 5. Now, y'all know, girls, we need time to hurry up, get ready. So I'm looking at my sister. I'm like, well, let me call her so we can link up with her to see what's what, because it's been an hour. It shouldn't take them that long to do her makeup. So I call her. She's like, yeah, y'all could come, I'm ready. So we get there to the Mac, and she looked good. I'm not gonna say she didn't look decent. Like, she looked good, but it was like she had too much pops of color. And the type of personality that Clingy had, she used to do like colorful hair and stuff like that. So it's like, I get it. But then I'm thinking, it's hot outside. Even though it's January, we're still in California. It still was like a cool 75, 80 degrees. And it's only 4 or 5 o'clock. And you got a full face of makeup done. You still got to go home, shower, get dressed, you know, get all the way down there. But, you know, if you like it, I love it. I just personally wouldn't have done that. I don't know. But whatever. So she has like, her face is like caked though. Like it's beat, but it's caked. And it looks, y'all know what cakey makeup looks like. And like I said, y'all, this is like back 2018. It's different than how makeup the girl used to be doing it nowadays. So we and my sister were in the store. You know, I got some little stuff, and you know how I told you they owed me the additional $30 for upgrading the room. So my sister bought me some stuff out of Mac, and she was like, boom, that's the money that I owed you for the room. Cool. Jokingly, I look at Clingy, and she's like, I was like, yeah, girl, you know, you owe me a drink or something. She was like, you're gonna get your money? You're gonna get your money? Right in the Mac. And I'm just like, girl, what is your problem? And she was like, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. She was like, but you keep hounding me about that money. I have not mentioned nothing about this money at all. I have not said anything about it. Sister just brought it up because she's just like, well, it's a joke. Like, yeah, don't even come hounding me about it. But it was a joke. Why are you snapping? Like, I was like, you know what? I don't got nothing else to say to you. You got an attitude. You got to bug up your ass about something. I'm going to let you rock. Like, it is what it is. So we end up leaving, and then she was like, okay, are we ready to go? Like, I'm ready to go back. Like, I don't want my makeup to start melting or whatever. And I was like, no, I want to go eat. Like, we wanted to go to me and sister was already talking about how we was going to go to the little food court, y'all, and get the little hibachi stuff. And she was like, well, I don't want to do that. She was like, y'all getting it to go? And I'm like, no, like, I wanted to get it now. So that way, when we get back, we have time to still go to the grocery store. And then, what's her face? Sister was gonna cook, like I said, the shrimp Alfredo while we were getting ready. So everything is like layering up. It don't take long. Y'all know it don't take long to cook no damn shrimp Alfredo. So, and y'all, I don't know how long this video is so far, but it's gonna have to more than likely be a part 2 because I think, yeah, y'all, we got like 40 minutes. So I'm gonna see if I can stretch it out another like couple minutes and see. But yeah, y'all, so she got an attitude, and I'm like, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Like, if you feel that antsy and you really want to leave, get in the Uber and you can go back to the hotel. I'll give you a room key and you can go back. She was like, no, I'll wait for y'all. So I'm like, okay. So we go, y'all, we get our food. We sit down. Me and sister talking. She's sitting there, y'all, on her phone like. So sister's like, so you're not going to eat nothing? She was like, ain't you cooking later? So sister was like, I mean, I am, but it's like, that's more so for us to, you know, have when we come back. So you should eat something now, at least, so you got some energy and stuff. And she was like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. So sister was like, okay, cool. She sat there. She ain't eat nothing. I'm like, okay. We get in the, we finished. We there for like maybe another 20 minutes. We clean up and everything, y'all. And now we head into the, outside to the mall, like outside of the mall where the car pickup service area is. So sister is about to get her Uber, and I stopped her and I was like, oh, Clingy, can you get the Uber back to the hotel? Because at this point, again, y'all, she has not paid for no Ubers outside of the second day of us being here, the day before when she went to the dispensary. So, and she was like, oh, I was going to get the Uber to the club tonight. And I'm like, why you just can't get the one to the hotel now and the one for the, what's the name later, considering the fact that we've spent money. Like, I think I got the one to the Hermosa Beach, and y'all, I didn't write all of those down, so who got what, but like I said, keep in mind, y'all, she just wasn't getting them as frequently. So she was like, well, I was like, you could get this one and that one. And she was like, I'll just get the one for later or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So my sister was like, it's fine, like, don't worry about it, trying to be the peacemaker. So she gets the Uber. At this point, y'all, I'm blown. Like, I got an attitude because, bro, it was your idea. So now I feel like you was trying to finesse, like, because why you didn't want to get the Uber? You get what I'm saying? And my thing is, even the Uber to the dispensary and back literally was already like $60. And like I said, we would have got the car was $120. So it's not like you really saving money. So I don't understand why you trying to finesse and everything. Like, girl, you're not getting away with not paying for nothing. Like, come on. So we in the car, y'all. We find the Uber finally comes. We get in the car, and now we're making our way back to the hotel. The car ride is mad awkward. Nobody's saying anything. And then sisters text me. She's like, we still going to the grocery store. How are we doing the order for the grocery store? So it was like maybe 5 minutes before we get to Ralph's. And I say out loud, I'm like, oh, are we splitting the groceries? So my sister was like, yeah, like all of us, like 3 of us could split it since we're all going to be getting stuff. So Clingy don't say nothing. I'm like, Clingy, are we all splitting the groceries? And she was like, yeah, we'll see what we all get. So I'm like, okay, y'all, we go in the store, trying to make it fast, because like I said, we want to get back and start getting ready. We get inside, and like I said, Ralph sells wine and liquor, but y'all, we had already got a lot of wine and bottles and champagne and vodka and Hennessy. We done got all of this stuff the first night. We don't need nothing else. And then on top of that, y'all, we're going to a club crawl where it's already going to be free liquor. We don't really need all of this. I think we only had like 2 nights left. We were still going out the rest of the days. We can't take all of this liquor with us when we go home, so it's not imperative that you keep buying it. We came here for groceries and snacks and stuff. Y'all, we get to the counter. Sister's in front. So she has the cart. She's putting the stuff on there, right? The total comes up, and I think it came to like, because me and her were just talking the other day. I think the whole order that she had came to maybe like 130. What's it, like 130? Yeah, because she got shrimp, she got the noodles, she got, we had to get everything. So we got seasoning, she got the sauces. I think she got like garlic bread. We got like juices, chips. We just got mad stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna send you some bread. So Clingy is behind us with a little basket just full of like nips and wines and all this other stuff. I'm like, what are you getting that for? She was like, well, I'm gonna pay for this, so y'all can handle that. I'm like, girl, you don't need all of that. I'm like, no, you still need to throw some bread toward this. And I said, matter of fact, the $30 that you owe me, you can throw it toward this. This is gonna go toward that. And she was just like, no, it's not that serious. I'm getting all of this. I'm getting all of this. She's like, you're going to get your money. You're going to get your money. So my sister's like, Ayanna, stop trying to argue. Like, don't argue with her. This is the second time in the same day. I'm like, because she's getting on my nerves. Like, you're getting on my nerves. So I was like, you know what? Whatever. I walk out the store. I gave sister some cash, and I went out the store. I start walking up the street toward back to the hotel. I call my mom. My mom was like, well, what's going on? What happened? So I'm giving her the little rundown. And she's just like, well, just try to make the best of it. You are out there with her. Just watch her. Don't, just watch her. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Get off the phone. Boom. They come outside. We get back to the room. I immediately get in the shower. I was irritated. I immediately get in the shower. Get out. I start getting ready. And at this point, y'all, it's maybe like 9. It was maybe like 8. It was like 8 o'clock. Yeah, it had to be like 8:30 or so. So sister jumps right into the kitchen, and she starts, whipping everything up real fast. I'm in there getting ready. Clingy is just in the living room because, y'all, like I said, she was staying in the living room. Shit all over the place. Arizona cans, Gatorade bottles, panties on the floor, jeans, leggings, dresses, heels, just all over the floor. That's supposed to be a common area. I felt like we had to be trapped in a room because we didn't want to enjoy the common area because her attitude was like, well, this is my room. It's like, it's not your room. Bro, this is a common area. When you're not asleep, the bed needs to be folded up and put away so everybody can enjoy it. Right or wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong, y'all. So I'm like, I come out there after I get out, and I'm like, you gonna get in the shower? She was like, I'm gonna get ready when I get ready. Like, it's not the big of a deal. We don't gotta be there till 11. I said, yeah, but we're leaving at 10. And while she's cooking, you might as well get in there or whatever. And she was like, well, I'm not trying to jump in there right now. I might not even take a shower for real because of my face. I was like, we was out all day. What you mean you're not about to take a shower? Girl, we about to go out for a whole night, and you're not about to be with us sweating and doing all of this. Like, girl, if you don't get in the shower. She decided that she was still going to sit there. She was just silent, texting her boyfriend. So I went back in the room. I was like, I don't got time. Put on the TV, start getting dressed, doing my own little makeup or whatever. And then sister's done. She ends up coming in there. She's looking at me. She's like, why she ain't getting in the shower? I'm like, I don't know. I don't care. But I was like, trust and believe. If she's not ready, she's going to get left. I'm not playing no games. I'm not in the mood. So she was like, okay. She gets in the shower. She starts getting ready. She gets out. She does her makeup. We taking pictures. We having a good time. Clingy, y'all, it's now like 9:15. No. Yeah, like 9:15, 9:30. We leaving at like 10:15. She finally starts getting her stuff dragging, like, I don't really know what I'm going to wear. She was like, I really can't believe I just spent $178. Like, trying to say it out loud. I just can't believe I spent like $178 on all this makeup. So sister was like, you spent what? She was like, yeah, I spent like $178 at MAC. And I'm like looking at this point because I'm like, well, what did you get? So she's showing us, y'all, she got vibrant eyeshadows, just a whole bunch of stuff in my opinion. Shout out to the MAC girlies and makeup girlies, but y'all be upselling. Y'all be upselling. A lot of that stuff she ain't need at all. So I'm just like, And she was like, yeah. And I'm still sitting here like, you had enough money to pay $178 for some MAC, and you don't even know how to do your makeup for real. And then 2, You could have got that shit when you got home. You could have got your makeup done, got that shit when you got home. How are you don't got the money to help with no Ubers? How you don't got the money to help with no groceries? How you don't got the money to give me back for the hotel, but you got $178 off of drops of a dime to pay for some makeup? Okay. Okay. So she finally drags her stuff or whatever, and she gets in the shower. Me and sister, we out in the living room, y'all. We taking shots, we taking pictures, we having a good time, because I don't know about y'all. When I get ready, I like to get ready and give myself like a cool little 20-30 before we actually have to head out. So I'm not rushing and trying to hurry up and rushedly get lit. So I like to pace myself, take pictures, have a good time, and then we head out. We already having fun. So she finally gets out, y'all, and now she's panicking. She was like, oh, I need a towel. I need a towel. Y'all got a towel? So sister runs over. She gets her paper towel, y'all. The makeup is like leaking, like peeling, leaking, dripping, whatever, like down, because she got in the shower and it's hot. She's sweating, so she's trying to hurry up, get out, run inside to get to the AC so it's not like melting or whatever. So now she getting irritated, and she was like, oh, she was like, see, what would have happened if you could have just did my makeup for me? So I went off on her. So I'm like, girl, I couldn't do your makeup for you. I already told you you don't have the base. You don't have the right stuff. You're not about to keep trying to pressure me and have me feeling guilty because, one, you don't know how to do makeup. Two, you never wanted to learn how to do makeup. Three, you only want to know how to do it and want to press me so bad to do it is because you see me doing it. And I already told you that I don't know how. I'm not trying to be a bad friend. The fact that you keep thinking that I'm trying to be a bad friend is insulting. She was like, you know what? It's whatever. It's whatever. It looks fine. I'll just try to clean up the top or whatever. Yeah, you do that. So y'all, that was like 10 o'clock at this point. Sister's like, well, I'm about to call the Uber. So she was like, okay. So she calls the Uber. The Uber says it's going to be there in like 7 minutes. So she's like, well, I'm not going to be ready. Like, I didn't get to pregame. I didn't get to do nothing. And I'm like, well, you should have been pregaming in here when you was on the phone with your boyfriend. You should have been taking shots by yourself before you went and got ready or something. I don't know. But at this point, girl, act like you know. If you don't get one of them damn Gatorade bottles or pour some juice and some liquor in there, shake it up. You done bought enough to keep you here for a damn month. So you might as well put it in a bottle, shake it up, and like I said, it's a 40-minute drive damn near to get downtown. So, hello. She starts like, oh, you're, she was like, y'all been trying to leave me this whole time. Y'all been trying to leave me. Y'all was trying to leave me at the dispensary. Girl, nobody was trying to leave you at the dispensary. You liked dragging your feet and taking your time and procrastinating, and we're on a time schedule. I'm sick and tired of you acting like you don't know the plans. You don't know the time. You don't know what we trying to get done. Like, everybody else not in here getting dressed and doing what they need to do, and you sitting there twiddling your damn thumbs. That don't have nothing to do with me. So she finally gets dressed. She is like trying to take shots, but literally y'all trying to pour it in a little shot glass, because we had got like these little plastic shot cups or whatever, little red solo ones. So she's trying to make shots. Uber's here. So me and sister, we grab our stuff, we go downstairs. So she was like, wait for me. Didn't wait for her. I don't care, y'all can say what y'all want. I didn't wait for her. It ain't like I left her. It's outside in the public. It's you in the hotel. If you get left, you get left. Girl, get your own Uber there. I don't know what to tell you, because you've been getting on my nerves, and you're still getting on my nerves. So me and her go downstairs, and we walk into we get in the Uber, and then my sister's like, hold on, can you give us like 2 more minutes? Our friend is, coming. So he was like, okay, but like, I'm on the time, and I don't know what's up with Uber drivers in LA at that time, because it was like, I'm on the time crunch, and we can't wait. But I get it. Time is money, y'all. I respect it. So she finally comes running down, because I think we both were doing strips at the time. Yeah, so she came running down, and she's like, got one lash in hand, holding a bottle under here, got her purse, limping to the car. She gets in the front seat, and she's like, see, y'all always trying to leave me. And I'm like, so the Uber driver's literally like, no. He was like, they actually waited. He's like, they actually told me to wait for you. She was like, oh, okay. Not a thank you, not a nothing. She was like, oh, okay. So she's up there doing her own little one, too. We had already packed our little water bottle, so we in the car sipping, we having a good time. And y'all, we get down to the first club. It's a good little vibe. We meet some girls in the bathroom. I get there. They give me my little happy birthday beads. I think I still got them beads somewhere. But they give me my little happy birthday beads. And we take our first shots. I think we had like 2 lemon drop shots or something. Little green tea shot. And then we were there co-mingling with everybody for like, cool 20 minutes, like I said. Then we make our way to the second club. Y'all gonna have to wait for part 2. Because like I said, I know this video was getting long. It gotta be at least like low-key an hour now. It gotta be. Maybe like 50 minutes or so. But yeah, y'all, I appreciate y'all. And like I said, I'm definitely gonna come back with a part 2. I'm gonna try to have it up in a few days. I'm actually going on vacation, so I'm trying to get a lot of my videos like pre-recorded for y'all. So bear with me. But I hope y'all like this video. Again, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, share, repost. I appreciate it. And I will see y'all next time. Peace.
Hey.